Caliber and free Oron on the blue. Have got the brackets. If you do exclamation mark brackets, you can go and see indeed what is going on with the brackets down there. But Roy, let's go through the Red Team Festival, and you're going to take it away.
All right, so first up on Team Low Caliber, we've got Floody. He'll be playing Hollowsmith with the rifle, Water Rune, and Demolish Ambulance. It's an interesting rune choice there, maybe a little bit more supportive, but he's going to be running Inventions, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith trait lines, of course. He's not running Static Discharge, though.
Nope. He's going for the tankier, sustainy, self-heal.
Yeah, the protection.
That's right. Because I think he's thinking that maybe there's 3 thieves on the other team, so there's probably going to be some combi.
Well, I think they might all be playing power, but well, we can look at those in just a second. Moving on, we've got Haha and Bad. He's going to be playing Scourge. Will be the damage on this team. He's got Staff, Scepter, Torch, Scavenging Rune, Carrying Amulet, Curses, Soul Reaping, and Scourge trait lines. He's not going for the Blood Magic variant. He's just going for full damage here with Curses. Pretty normal utilities as well.
You have to give me a sec on the game.
Sure.
The game just sent me away.
You crashed?
I crashed from the game. I haven't actually crashed from the game in a fair while. That's right, guys. Donate that money because it's free. There you go. We're back in the camera. Don't pick your nose. It's okay. Just in case, you know, I've done some fairly awkward stuff off camera when I'm like, yeah, I'm not on camera. It's fine. And I've just been like, hey, it's alright. Don't worry about me. It's fine. How are you guys doing today, by the way, in chat? Are you okay? It's Sunday. We don't have any Team USA or rank 55 Dragons as well, so I'd say this tournament is fairly open.
The top 2 teams from both regions are not playing in this. I think it's the first time we've seen, or we haven't seen them in at least a few tournaments.
Yeah, forever. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see if anyone who can come first, because we've got a couple pretty strong teams, pretty strong contenders for that, and some newer sort of teams, some I don't want to say amateur teams, but you know, some maybe lower level teams that are coming together for this tournament. So it'll be nice to kind of see them play without those top teams in the bracket and see how it works.
Indeed. I'm hoping that the game is going to actually come up in my OBS. There we go. Flip it. No, what's going on today? Everyone got a big, massive Windows update today, right?
Yeah, I got that as well.
What the hell is going on? I don't even know what's going on.
Well, I think the last Windows update messed up a lot for a lot of people. Messed up a lot of stuff.
Good lord. Anyway, okay, so where were we? The team's messed up because I've re-entered the arena. I haven't got the right order, so you just have to remember where you were. I think you were up to, you just done Scourge.
Yeah, we're going to Thief now. Okay. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, but Nanu. He is going to be, I guess it's N-A-E-U, isn't it? Yeah. He's going to be playing Carrion, Daredevil, Sword, Pistol, Thief. So with Shortbow, he's got Traveler, Rune, and Carrion Amulet as well. Deadly Arch, Trickery, and Daredevil. So this is a build that I think we've seen. It's not as common, but it's sort of I mean, obviously it's not the core sword dagger that you see on a lot of thieves running, but it is the Condi version of Daredevil build. Next up, we've got Firebrand. He's going to be running Axe, Shield, Staff, Water Rune, Mender, Amulet, Honor, Valor, Firebrand for the traits. Pretty normal utilities. Nothing crazy about this build. And finally, to round it up, we've got the Mirage. Zaki, the Illusion. He's going to be playing Sword, Torch, Staff, Adventure Rune, Carrying Amulet, Illusions, Dueling, and Mirage. He is going to be running Portal. And that'll be a no chrono on this.
Yeah, that's right. No chrono. Actually, maybe we'll sit on the other side. We'll see. But yeah, interesting builds. Also, quick note: there is no rest signet on the Guardian, right? No. Okay. So there is. Sometimes it's a bit of a shit. I mean, versus 3 thieves probably don't really need it. Because they're probably just going to get taken out very, very quickly. So there's no point. Well, actually, maybe there is. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, first thief. It's going to be, oh my good lord. It's going to be SD. It's going to be playing with Shortbow. It's going to be going for Scholar and Amulet, which is Marauder, Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Acrobatics. So he's going for Core. Foron is going to be going for Daredevil, Trickery, and Critical Strikes. He's going to be going Strength with Marauder. He's going Staff. I remember him playing this. I think he played this during Pro League years ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
So annoying. Rifle. It's going to be Deadeye. So we've got the free. So if you're wondering, why are they allowed to play with free specs, everyone? Because we allow elite class stacking. My firm belief probably many people's fan beliefs as well, well, I'm not going to talk for everyone, is that basically every elite specialization is its own class in a way. That's kind of the idea of what ArenaNet wanted to make anyway. An elite spec is a class within a class. So we allow elite class, don't allow elite class stacking, but we allow class stacking in inverted commas. So that's why there's 3 thieves on this side, and it's absolutely fine. So they could run 2 mesmers and 2 warriors as well, whatever they want, if they should so wish. But you can see all power, like Roy said before. Then we've got the sword, a torch, great sword, pack, marauder, mesmer here as well with mirage, domination, and dueling. Going to be some heavy burst damage coming out from himself. And then we have Smuckers, who we've seen quite a lot recently as well. He's going to be playing the warrior with defense, discipline, spellbreaker, going for demolisher, of course, with leadership, and dagger, shield with sunrise, the sexy great sword of love, which is what I'm calling it right now. And yeah.
All right.
Hello, everyone. That's what I'm going to call it. That's what I'm going to call it. Look at it. It's beautiful. What are you talking about?
So it's a very interesting comp. Obviously, the 3 thieves, I don't know if they're kind of just sort of joking around with this comp or if they're actually going to try and play it. But obviously, they're going to be avoiding a lot of the team fights. You know, you've got the Firebrand Necro on the side of red team. They'll be looking to try and control 1 node with that. And probably blue team will just try and out-rotate them. Maybe go for quick kills with the thieves. And hold the sides, I'd expect. Seth definitely going to be avoiding that Firebrand Necro combo. Although if they can burst one of those down pretty quickly, they might be able to sort of snowball a team fight. But we're going to see the blue Spellbreaker taking home node. We're going to see the Connie Mirage inside of red going over there. But the Thieve's actually going to stay on top of him. So he's got to be careful he doesn't get taken out early.
Yeah, Zach should be okay. Let's have a look at False Oasis, actually. He's nipping onto the other side. Trying to think about pushing far. I mean, they're going to be going for 3-point contention all game. They've got, like, you know, blue team have got 3 thieves. That's what they want to be doing. They don't want to engage any team fights, really. Look at the... Wow.
We're going to take out the Condi Thief on red team down below, near where the Stone's Tranquility buff will spawn. So that's going to be the first kill going to blue team, but red team do have control of the map at the moment.
This is, you know, if you're chat, you're going to have to be watching the map a lot, because at the moment, the thieves are going to be all over the shop. We've got a lot of ports coming out as well. Floody, very low HP on the other side of the map towards the temple. Trying to use that sword to get away. We've got a port coming out. He's going to get through. Good job.
Yeah, very nice portal from Zach.
Really nice job.
The Holosmith. And going to be decapping altar as well, meaning that even if temple picked up, the map's still going to be in favor of red team.
I mean, they're gonna have to use these portals so hard. I mean, red team at the moment you can see the Guardian and the Necro stuck at mid because I don't think they really know where to go. Because at the moment, if they go to a side cap, feels like they're just gonna get out rotated and it's gonna move away from it. That's what they're doing. They're avoiding them at the moment. But red team can sustain on 2 nodes. They need to. They need to just have two players on each cap almost. And just rotate the one between. I feel like just going for the 2 cap strat would be good to sustain the fight. If they have the sorry, not the Scrapper, the Holosmith in that fight as well, that's really, really good versus the Thieves. Obviously, he's got a lot of AoE cleave, especially the Necro as well, which at the moment, as you can see, is moving over towards Temple, and the Thieves are gone. The team's gone. They've already gone to mid. As you can see, again, it's just they're going to be moving so fast around this map. It's going to be ridiculous, and I think they need to keep to the 2. I think red team are going to be stretching themselves a little bit too thin.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they don't want to overextend to a 3rd node, and it's actually going to be especially difficult for them when the buffs come up. You know, on a map maybe where you really only have to stay on 2 nodes for the entire game, it would be a little bit easier for them to play against these 3 thieves. But with Stillness and Tranquility going to be spawning, Stillness going to be coming up in just a minute. It's going to mean that the thieves' mobility around the map is going to make it a lot easier for them to move, get that buff, go to the other nodes, decap, cap, and it's going to make it a little harder for the red team, I think, to rotate. So they're going to have to be very careful when that comes up.
Yeah, here you go. Look, they've gone for the 2 cap now. That's what they need to do. Red team stay on the 2 cap.
Oh, a lot of damage. Muckers in Rampage form. He's going to be able to take the Firebrand out. The Necro now in a lot of trouble. Over and going pretty low. The Condies might take him out, but it should be a kill.
I don't think they can...
Coming in as well.
They're not getting any help. Red team is slow on the uptake. But the thing is, the cleave is so good for red team. They just need that Scourge up. They might get the guy down. The Scourge is going to go be taken down as well.
Come back in. the Necker out. Now the Thief going to be
No,
going
no,
down
no,
as
but
well. There's
look-
going to be 3 kills picked up, but Zach coming in. He's going to go take over and out. Blue team a little slow on that. They
Nice
should be
res.
able to stop the stomp from coming through, though. And that's going to be 4 kills now picked up on this node for Blue team if they can get Zach down.
Yeah, but Red, look, even though Blue team have the mobility, look, when we've got Floodie's already on the other side of the map. They've got 2 nodes. Red team can respawn. They can go towards mid, just upkeep there as well. And actually, it's not really benefited them too much there, to be honest. And they do grab the free cap just for a moment in time. Stillness now up for grabs as we see the Blue team Thief. I think that's Valen, right? Is it Valen? Yeah, Valen's coming in. Valiant, and he's going to have to try and contest this stillness. Look at the damage.
He's going to get obliterated by that rifle, but Olren going to be a little bit, he's got a little overextended there on that downstate.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, Olren going to be taken out there. And now Blue team are in some trouble, as you said. The side node's going in favor of Red. Floody doing a really nice job while that mid fight was getting lost for Red team, taking Altar back. They got to make sure Stillness doesn't get capped for Red either. Still in contention there.
This is definitely not Olren, by the way. It's definitely not this. It's definitely not.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the sketch. It's me being sarcastic. Casus is going to have to disengage. But unfortunately, the burst comes out as well from Force, who does a lot of damage with that Grey Sword, getting the shower off as well. Nice job. Has to heal, disengage over towards that also node. They need to play a little bit of catch up here as they're 60 points behind. Blue team is still contesting over the stillness buff as well. Still 2 members of this blue team ready to fight as well. Well, Salt Dust needs to be okay because he needs to disengage. Actually, we might see another red team member just jump in here and try and get the kill onto him potentially. Mirage just looking for the re-engage on Salt, maybe. Trying to do the best he can with that Blurred Frenzy as well. Elsewhere around the map, we have got mid-cap in favor of blue team. The Scourge on the other side of the map, though, as well. Temple struggling a little bit. Here's Valen. Oh, he comes out of stealth. Here comes the damage. Has he got any defense left?
The Firebrand with a nice MI coming in. He's going to be able to port in, make sure that the Necro is just fine. Actually, the Connie's going to take Valen out. He's going to be able to port on the node, so they're not going to be able to cap it. Mid picked up by Smuckers, though. So at the moment, blue team are holding Red down. However, Ultra going to be picked up by Floody, forcing Beyond, the Mesmer on blue team off. A couple kills picked up on Stillness, though. Firebrand coming in again, trying to res, but I don't think he's going to be able to. No, the Cleave comes out from blue team. They're going to take 2 kills out, and now it's just the Firebrand versus 3.
This is a really fun game, actually. I'm not going to lie. I don't care about the cops.
Very nice.
Yeah,
the portal coming out from Beyond as well. Going to put him back into Floody. I think at the moment, the 1v1 should be in Floody's favor, but if he's not careful, he's going to get bursted down, and the +1 coming in from Salt as well is going to mean that the node's going to at least get decapped. He's got to be really careful he doesn't die here. And it's now looking like blue team definitely going to be coming back in favor here. Yeah, points getting a lot closer. Not going to go for the stomp here.
I feel like he probably pressed that sword too by accident and went back onto the point. I know he probably definitely wanted to get out of that. Unfortunately, he didn't. Again, we do have the 1 cap, as Royce said. We've got Stillness. We've actually got a quad cap coming up for the blue team coming up as well. At the moment, you can see the 2 points. Wow, that's just 4 points here of a second. That's a lot of damage coming out from the blue team. Mesmer Force trying to get the knockback. Nice dodge from the red team Thieves. He just tries to dip, dodge, dive away down below on the temple, but he comes on Trank. This is a time when they need to come back. Smuckers, though, the Thief and the red team is down here, as well as the Holosmith, actually, as well. I think we might see blue team.
He's going to leave, and he's actually going to swap with Zach, it looks like. They really want to try and get this Tranquility while there's only 1 blue player down here. Probably smart, but Valen going to be down here. And Zach's got to be careful. He's low, and the Deadeye can one-shot him very easily.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for. He's selfed up again. Look, watch him. He's knelt down. He has to dodge that CC. It's a good dodge from Valen, actually. Really last second. As the knock-up came out from the... nice, actually, from Floody. Really good. But, I mean, he's got the nice selection there of the turret for the dome, of course, as well, which is really, really good versus the Thieves. But they're going to lose this track. They're not sending anyone else down. And they're going to have to get themselves on caps. At the very least, right now, they need to make sure they're going to be very careful with it. But they're losing red team members.
Stillness and the triple cap, and this game has turned around for blue team. They were behind a decent amount, but now they're they're ahead a decent amount. Now they're falling behind by a lot. Valen actually might pick up the Condi Thief on red team below. That'll be just another thorn in red team's side, as blue team are moving steadily ahead, over 60 points ahead now.
Yeah, the red team Thief downstairs will be taken out. This is not the great time for people to get out of the game. 4 on though, over towards mid. He's a beast on this build, as we can pretty much all remember in the past. Zaki, though, trying to potentially get over towards Altar. Looking for a decap, but he's being guarded up. No res, the Thief is still down. cases as well. Not the best time at the moment to have two people out of this map. Over towards mid though. Yeah, the Mesmer, I mean, Zaki has got nowhere to go right now other than close. Needs to regroup with the...
Just taken out. I mean, you can see there's... When you have 2 or maybe even 3 of these thieves together, it's very easy for them to just take a target and basically just delete them. You know, they're not... I mean, the Deadeye can one-shot you alone. But with the Staff Thief, Beyond coming in as well, he has a lot of damage, a lot of spike on the Power Mirage. It's very difficult for a lot of these players to stay alive for long if they're going against 2 or maybe even 3 of these players. And the other thing to note as well is with 3 thieves and also the Mirage, I mean, you're not going to have nodes capped for very long, especially if you're trying to move around the entire map. It's, you know, it's a really strange comp. You know, you never see 3 thieves on one team, but it actually kind of works on this map. It's not, you know, a lot of teams don't practice. You know, I mean, you never practice against 3 thieves, right? It's, you know, you never expect it. You never really think about what you would do against it, and it seems like red team is struggling a bit. They're now 150 points behind almost, and it definitely looks like blue team going to be taking the first round here in this series.
I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be a possible... I forgot I've got my replays up. Although it doesn't matter. I can do it the next game. It's okay, guys. It's going to be fine. But yeah, this is pretty much... Like you said, I think this is a good map for the... In terms of mobility, they can be present around the map. I think even if it had just been... yeah, they've actually stopped playing us, that's right. I mean, it's close towards the end. They just want to get to the next game. They're probably talking about what they want to do, how do they want to work out the next game. They need to really try and pin down the 2-cap if they possibly can as well. I noticed the Scourge did get singled out a lot. Obviously, he's going to be one of their main targets, but need to make sure the support, someone is with him, because with versus 3 thieves, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Okay. Best of 3. Don't forget. Don't leave. Jesus, don't do this to me.
Well, Force should be a little bit, as you know, as I said, it should be a little bit easier for red team. Maybe. Yeah, I think they might have just not realized it was best of 3. They'll probably come back. I whispered Floody, I told him.
Okay, good. Jesus. Okay, good stuff. So, yeah, I mean, on this map, they're going to have to... they really want to go for that 2-cap strat more. I would even say chuck the thief on something. You could even if they just chuck the thief on something a little bit tankier, I would say even take him off thief, go for a 2-cap, and just have really 2 massively...
I don't think we're going to see the Firebrand Scourge again. It looks like that's why they left. Maybe. I think they're swapping. And maybe we're going to see a Chrono. Maybe we're going to see... I mean, they might even go for 2 thieves. We might see a Spellbreaker come in. It's just something, you know, instead of going for like the two node, yeah, we're going to see a Chrono come out here. You already know. Instead of the Firebrand Scourge. And then Bucky Barnes will be the 5th player. That's the Spellbreaker. So they're going to be trying to sort of just match blue team's mobility, blue team's ability to move around the map, and just try and win those 1v1s on the side.
Indeed. I've shown you a quick flash of the bracket as well. Mesmer Free Casting obviously getting a buy through in their round. Well, sorry, not buy. The best is the free agent team. So we are going to see them in the semi-final. And then we're going to be seeing them versus... We'll probably take that match next, actually. That kind of makes sense. So one of these teams will be versus Mesmer Free Casting. Very, very shortly. As Roy said, we have seen a bit of a throw up in terms of comp. No Scourge. Scourge is very susceptible towards the if you got this amount of burst coming out. And they've got
Firebrand too, actually, surprisingly enough. I mean, it doesn't do as well against, you know, thieves focusing you.
Of course. Yeah. Makes complete sense. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they, if they do go back to that. Go back to a 4-2 cap. I mean, it's just what they do with Ney. I mean, I think he's going to be... Oh, NAEU, sorry. Whether or not he's going to be roaming so much, because I feel like he's just going to get caught out at different times. It doesn't matter whether or not you're a good thief or not. I mean, if you've got versus 3 thieves, I mean, normally you can see a game go a few different ways with thieves. Obviously, you see the decaps, you see the +1s, and you see the thieves fighting a lot. Like we saw Sind and Magic Toker, was it last month? I think it was last month. Might have been actually might not have been so much last month. It might have been a couple of months before that. Either way, those are kind of the 3 situations you normally see with FIFA. Either way, anyway. And now there's 3 thieves on the other side. Like NAEU is gonna have such a tough time. So really gonna be watching for him, because he's gonna have to play a completely different game to what he'd normally play.
It's actually a little interesting to note the Chrono on the side of red team actually running a portal as well, so there's going to be 2 portals for this red team. Yeah. They're going to be able to move around the map very quickly, very easily.
So they're not going for a C-cap strat at all. Well, maybe they are, but like just maybe full mobility between two caps, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm gonna see a pretty big cross coming out from blue team. All but Valen and the Warrior are gonna be pushing that mine node, and it's gonna be 2 versus 3 for them there. The Warrior on the side of red team taking a little bit of pressure. Chrono as well, but I don't think that they're really going to be able to stay around here too long. The Thief from red team coming in. Now you see them moving off, starting to go towards blue. Towards mid. Portal going to be coming out from that Chrono, actually moving from mine over to mid. He sort of anticipated that movement, but he's going to be taken out. The 2 Thieves and the Mirage are too much for him, and he's not going to be able to stay alive. That's going to be the first kill picked up, unless...
Oh, that was a great prime light beam. Wow, Floody. That was I think he got everyone with that, actually. That was really good. Yeah, in between the caps, they've got to watch out for that. They almost can't be alone. And now the D-cap comes out on that side of the map. They almost have to, you need a buddy. You need to be holding hands between caps. Now Floody is going to be 1. No, it's going to be 2v1. But look, they're singling out the Thief now as well. They literally can't do this. Floody needs to come down. He does. He jumps down to go for the damage, though. Mesmer's actually not going for the cleave. Who's going to get the cleave first? Oh, red team get rest.
But he's going to go down again. Also, H is going to be portaling out as he's very low. Can't stay there.
Look at Valen on the side. He's so cheeky with his snipe, man. No. Don't need the feedback, brother. Yeah, they've got feedbacks. They've got the bubble on the turrets as well. So they've actually got a lot of reflects coming out. I mean, I'm surprised even if they'd run Firebrand or even a Guardian just going like Wall of Reflection. It would have been good to see Elixir C on Floody, actually, just to go for that, projectile destruction or reflection. So yeah, it would be good to try and see something like that, if possible, in future. Maybe if we go to another game. It seems to be they're doing okay.
Going into the +1. Floody going to take him out with the Elite, and Valen staying there to try and pressure. But the nice portal coming out from the Chrono is going to bring the Thief as well as the Chrono through, and that's going to be both players. I think Valen might be able to get out. Salt Dust here as well, chasing the Mirage from their close node. But either way, mid gonna still be staying in red team's favor, meaning their map is also in the favor.
Yeah, they're going for the 2-cap. This is what we said. Best way to do it. Actually, Valen again on top. I'm just watching him and his damage onto the Mesmer. No one's on him. He is literally free casting. So next series is going to be interesting. Nice feedback as well. Looks like we might see the res. Blue team can't sustain this fight. They've got to start moving away. Now, blue team, at the moment, if you have a look at the map, they shouldn't be at mid. Someone should be far. They've got 3 Thieves, and none of them have gone. Although they're going to stay and sustain this fight, they do get the downstate onto
just trying to pick up all the kills. They've got Floody, the Chrono going very, very low. We do see the red team Thief actually. Really nice movement from him going over to Henge to try and decap that. Smuckers, I don't think is going to be in time to stop it, meaning that blue team's only node going to be decap. And again, red team they're keeping those points ahead. That's what they need to do at the moment.
Well, I mean, the red team Thief really saves their asses there completely. I mean, they're actually got on respawn as well, because this is what the Thief done so well. He's stretched to far, forcing someone to return, or at least one Thief.
A portal from the Chrono. Just able to get out. Floody coming in with the healing turret as well. Going to keep the Chrono staying. Actually, really nice move there. Decap does come through for both, keep in mind, though. So blue team have neutralized the map at the moment. They can slowly start coming back if they can hold these nodes. But it is going to be a lot harder for them to hold the nodes against a Chrono and a Holosmith on the red team.
Oh, yeah. They need to battle. They need to get out of this. Blue team are just going to be bothering them for sure. They're not going to be hanging around. They will disengage. Salt is really low over to the other side of the map. He's going to be 1v1 versus the Thief. Here comes Smuckers trying to get that rush in. He doesn't get it off. NA gets a really nice dodge again. Trying to get as much as he possibly can. Let's see the cleave coming out from Bucky Barnes. It should be good enough to get the Thief down. He does indeed. No port from the Thief. Surprising. Good port up top. The Thief now low HP. Tries to get into that Chaos Storm for some... just for some defense with that stealth as well. Is he going to come back out here? Doesn't want to re-engage if at all possible. Obviously, we saw Salt going down over towards the midpoint. There's so much going on everywhere, even between these 2 nodes right now. You can see.
Really nice steal from NA. Going to take Olren out. The Chrono going for the stomp. False Oasis is there. The port comes out, but it's not going to be enough. The stomp goes through. False Oasis is now in a bit of trouble. He does blink away, but he's going to be chased by both the Mesmers. Zakish going towards the node, and red team definitely looking like they're pulling ahead here quite a bit.
I've not seen that jump for a while. Wow, that's been a long time since I've seen that jump on the tree. Here comes the Thief over towards the other side of the map. Red team NAEU. Again with the stealth.
Oh, Valen caught in a bit of trouble. False Oasis is not going to be able to help him out, and that's going to be another kill picked up for red.
Who is NAEU? Do we know who this is? Don't know who it is. He's doing a good job.
Not sure, yeah.
Not too sure.
Doing a good job, but unfortunately, Olrun going to be able to take him out here. Just stealing in. It's kind of interesting. Blue team are kind of zerging at the moment, which is not... I mean, you know, it kind of makes sense for the Thieves to stay together, or at least two of them, because they can take out targets very quickly. But at the moment, it's kind of working against them, because every time, you know, you see 4, sometimes even 5 of them going towards one node, they're able to get a couple kills, but red team doing a really good job of spreading out across the map and neutralizing the nodes that blue team has. You know, we saw on that mid fight, they picked up 2 or 3 kills, and NAEU, the Thief from red team, went over, he decapped Henge. Mid is going to be picked up for red team, and it doesn't look like mine going to be picked up for blue at the moment, as Olrun will be 2 versus 1 here. So Beyond comes in. So, you know, red team playing very well around this blue.
Yeah, the Mesmer is here, but he gets CC'd. Nice Thumper turret as well. Oron's very low. He gets the stealth over on the left-hand side over here. It goes the Mesmer as well. Blurred Frenzy trying to get that block off. They're going to re-engage here as well. Here comes the AoE knockdown from the Holosmith, and we are going to see Floody and the Mesmer survive in the end. The blue team needs to think about possibly disengaging. Let's go over towards the midpoint and see what's going on. Actually going to go back to False Oasis. He's dropping very low. They shouldn't have stayed in this fight. Chrono and Holosmith versus that too. No, it's not going to work, unfortunately for them. We're back over towards mid as well as they stretch the lead, almost double of the score. Not quite, obviously. We see the 1 cap, 2 cap on the side as well. Smuckers deciding not to go towards mid, but the free thief movement over towards this midpoint now. This is going to be dangerous. I don't know about
Floody goes solo. The passive elixir is just able to save him. But 3 Thieves here, he's got to be careful. Red team moving into this node. They are going to come in for the rotation. Salta's going very low as well.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
She actually gets taken out. Able to pour it up, but pretty sure they're not going to be able to save her. So the damage coming out to Floody just wasn't enough to kill him. And
I mean, I heard...
rotation was good enough to save.
I heard a Gravwell. Yeah, I heard a Gravwell. Pretty sure that was quite responsible for some of that AoE damage. But also Gravwell with the Holosmith 5th skill. Damn, that's a lot of CC right there, and it was pretty much almost at the same time. Now they're going to be going for the boss here.
Yeah, you already know, trying to steal it, but he was a little bit too late. Val going to be able to take that. False Oasis is in trouble. The rest of his team coming in to try and help him out. And you also pretty low. Val does see it, but not sure he's going to be able to get him. And now Olrun actually has to try and contest this node, but you can't really sit on node as a thief for that long, and he's going to be taken out right on top of it. It's, you know, it's really interesting, and I think a big part of this is the map. We saw last game with Firebrand Chrono, and we saw red team actually trying to move around the map a lot more. I think it was, as I mentioned, mostly just because of the buffs.
Oh! False Oasis, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Oh no, here comes Valen. Oh, nice turret. Really good job with the turret. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Taking out 2. The portal comes out from beyond. He's going to go for the decap while these 2 players are in downstate. It's going to be 2 kills picked up for blue team. And this could be a bit of a comeback, although Henge on the other side of the map might get decapped. That's not good for blue team. Smuckers just in time to save that.
This is where they need to be. Salt needs to get. He needs to get away from him. He could have got away a little bit before, actually. I think he keeps trying to re-engage. I really think, like, blue team wise, I mean, they need to double team this Mesmer. He gets out. One of you needs to decap right now. Oron's going to push. As Oron pushes, the Salt should be decapping, can't, because the Mesmer's on mid. Sorry, my bad. Actually see that there, but Oron, they are going to push over towards mine, as they will be outnumbered. So this is a thief plus, I don't know what it even is now. I don't even think we've seen this before, to be fair. But anyway, Oron can cap on the point. He can stand on point the longest out of all the thieves, probably, actually, being that.
Yeah, all the dodges that he has. Yeah. 3 dodges, and of course Vault is a dodge too. It's going to be actually decent cleave on the node when he does that too. So. You're right.
Double Mesmer steals as well is pretty nice.
Yeah.
The Mesmer steals are going to be pretty sweet for the blue team.
Unfortunately, the bit of momentum that blue team were able to pick up, I don't think is going to be enough. They still haven't gotten Henge back. Smuckers unfortunately got decapped there, and it doesn't look like they really have an opportunity to get in any other node here. So, yeah, looks like probably we're going to be seeing game 2 going to red team, meaning we will see a 3rd match in this series.
The chieftain has returned.
Indeed. Zaki trying to get away here. I mean, this is next map. I've actually got to find out what the next map is going to be, but it's going to be.
Tyler.
See, that's a good thief map. That's a good thief map.
Yeah, indeed. Again, I was saying it before. I kind of feel like blue team are working against themselves a little bit. You know, they're not getting as many decaps as they did last game. You know, they're not able to move around quite as well against red team.
I
mean,
mean,
it's interesting. Red team kind of were going for the 2 node.
Dude, they've got a free cap. They've got a free cap right now.
They have a little bit of a comeback here, although we might see
maybe.
But I don't think they're gonna be able to hold anything. That's the problem. They cannot hold nodes, and they'd have to be able to hold nodes pretty well to be able to come back.
I'd say disengage and help their warrior. For although now they're outnumbering, maybe if Smuckers can hold on for a moment and they can pick up a couple of the kills, they could get back to that point. Well, they could get back over to Henge very, very quickly. This is what they're trying to rely on. But like I said, I don't think they can sustain. Look, there you go. And then
drop the portal, it's gonna be a bit late.
Blue team need to move.
NAU as well.
They need to go help Smuckers. They need to help him.
He can't hold against 2v versus 1
Oh,
for too long. Although he's doing a nice job.
He's doing a very good job, in fact.
Now the gonna leave. Probably gonna go for that mid decap.
Here comes Allrun. No, he's going for the boss.
No, he's just going around the long way. Allrun coming in. I don't think he's gonna go for the +1. I think they're fine just leaving this node decap. I mean, that's fine. You're right. Blue team actually are coming back here, surprisingly enough. Winning the team fight on mine.
Salt, no. And they're outnumbered. They're outnumbering red as well. But the respawns come out. We've got to remember that. And unfortunately, because they're pushed to other points on the map.
Beyond doing such a great job. So much damage onto the thief. If Valen comes back in, no, they're not going to be able to cleave.
Doesn't matter. The feedback, man. It's that feedback, Rez. Yeah. I mean, it's a long feedback, and there's nothing that Valen can do about that. You can't get any damage on the down target, so that's where the kind of luck runs out. And the thing is, on that respawn, they need to really move out quickly. They can't die here. Oron needs to leave.
He's down again. He's playing so well. This power shatter mesmer. They need to decap this node though.
He's got I feel so sorry for the red team thief though. I mean, he's got like 4 guys who can basically jump on him in an instant. I actually think he's doing fantastically well in this situation. Blue team do double up over on the other side of the map on Henge. But Bucky as well is doing equally as well as Smuckers did when he was in a 1v2. So, they could bring something out. They'd need to get this decap over on this side of the map as well. Red Team Thief is going to be respawning here.
I think it's way more important at the moment for Blue Team to just leave Smuckers in this 1v1. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they get this node or not. What does matter is they decap mine. Red Team only need 20 points now. They actually could just win off of a beast.
It's a rally. You need to rally him. Where's the damage?
You need to get a kill.
No,
Valen and Oren both down. Saltus coming in, but I think it's going to be just too late. Valen's going to be cleaved out, and now Beyond as well. Oren just going to be behind. Saltus the only player alive, and that's going to be it. Game 2 going to Red Team off those 3 kills at mine.
That's nice.
We're on around 3. By the way, apparently my mic is a bit quiet. People are saying, I don't know if it's true or not.
Really? Your levels on my screen there. Okay, I'll check you out.
Apparently the music is loud. I don't know.
Oh, maybe the music is loud. Okay, cool. No worries. I can turn the music down. Sorry, guys. Turn down the in-game music.
I don't know, I'm just reading. Just reading what I see.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, the music's a bit more extreme on that map, so I had it up a little bit too low. My bad. I wasn't focusing on chat. I was focusing on chat whatsoever. It's okay, guys. Yeah, mic's fine. Music's too loud. Yeah, it's all right. Mic levels, I'm good at that. It's yeah, I didn't notice the music. All good. Sorted. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. It's fine. Okay. So, next map. Next map indeed.
Kylo, and it's going to be interesting to see if Blue Team tries to change anything up. It was a pretty close game there in the end. But I think Blue Team just kind of started off a bit late. And again, it was just really weird to see them kind of zerging around the map. They had a lot of times 4 or 5 players on one node, and Red Team just out-rotated them, even though Blue Team should have the much easier time rotating, even with only 1 portal as opposed to the 2. Although, I honestly don't really know how much value Blue Team gets out of this portal. I think it's mostly just going to be beyond the Mirage on the side of Blue Team, who will be using the portal for himself, seeing as the Thieves are generally just going to be able to move around almost as fast around the whole map. So,
I think it would actually be good if it was just running Chrono, I actually just think it would be like...
Yeah, I mean, I think something pretty important to note is that it's very difficult for Blue Team to recover once they've started losing players. The Deadeye can't really cleave that well, especially if there's any sort of projectile block. Oren probably has the most ability to cleave of these 3 thieves.
Yes.
Saltus, the normal sword dagger core thief, isn't going to be able to cleave as well. Beyond, I'd say, has okay cleave, but he's more centered around sort of spike damage, and of course Smuckers, the spellbreaker, is going to be able to cleave. But a lot of times you're not going to see reses coming out from this Blue Team. You're not going to be able to see them bunker anything. So the comp works pretty well in Temple, but I think it kind of worked against them, and their playstyle worked against them as well last map. So we'll have to see if they change anything up in this game.
Indeed. And going more for the 2-cap strat that they had gone for was awesome. And then they had the thief in their back pocket in case they did lose people. Because I think blue team, they got a bit tunnel visioned on far at times. And they did forget about the back point. But later on towards the latter half of the game, we did see Smuckers taking up the back point. Just to make sure that they weren't able to get those cheeky little decaps. But, either way, I think... This is definitely the map. This is almost like the in-between map between like Forest and Temple. It's actually a really nice rotation. This is one of my favorite rotations that we do. Because on the first map, obviously you got Temple and you got the buffs. Then you got the second map, which is just Forest, which is my favorite map of Guild Wars. It's just my favorite Conquest map, man. It's the OG map. It's just so good. Along with this,
I don't like the Trebs.
On Forest, sorry. Forest is the map I love the most.
Oh, okay.
I like old Kylo. Old Kylo would.
You mean before they opened up the mid?
Yeah.
I mean, I barely even remember it, to be honest. But
it's better for camera and stuff. This map
for
now,
sure.
but it's not. I don't know. I mean, there was way too many ports because back in Celia meta as well, you used to have like lightning flash up to the roof when the Celia almost died. It was just the most annoying thing.
Actually, gonna see the stealth come out here. Valen dropping that black powder, and looks like Valen, Smuckers, as well as Olrun going to be pushing far against just the Spellbreaker. I don't know how fast they're going to be able to kill him though, but they're going to need to do it fast if they want to get any value out of this. And he's actually going to be able to cap Windmill.
Yeah, this is actually not bad. And then having the 3 thieves roaming on targets maybe as the Mesmer and the actual warrior actually really get the side points as well. I mean, that's why a Chronomancer would have been great. Valen does go down though over towards Windmill. It's a great pick up by the thief. Actually, he goes cheekily off point. Valen, he's going to be so far away anyway because he's playing obviously that Deadeye spec. Bucky, and we're going to see this 1v1 played out.
Beyond going to be able to take out the NAEU red team thief very, very nicely. And a good knockback too to stop that res. He's going to portal out too. Picks up a kill, knocks him back, cleaves him out, and just portals out like it's nothing.
Yeah,
very well played there from Beyond.
Job indeed. Yeah, great kill, great portal back. Should get the cap solidified as well. Back over on that mansion note. And here we go, 2v1 as well versus the warrior. Surprising from the red team pulling this out of the bag at the moment as well. And we are going to see over towards midpoint. They have got the mid cap though as well, so they sustain with the 2 cap, which is what we're thinking would happen once again. I did see a Mesmer popping into mid. Elixir S proc as well. Here comes Valen. He needs to just dip out of there. Oh, he's going to miss the Great Sword 5. Nice attempt. No, it didn't actually. I don't think he missed the knockback actually. I think he actually knocked him onto that side, unless the engineer thought about going for that. Red team do
he's at like 99% health, but he's just not able to get up. The cleave from Valen and Beyond are just too much. The portal comes out from the Chrono. He's able to survive. Olrun might get res. They don't see the thief
nice
actually
spot.
in stealth, and they're going to be able to get her up.
Dude, you literally spotted Force coming out of the corner of his eye. Got that nice dodge. He dodged so much of that burst.
But he still hasn't been killed yet. He actually almost gets res the second time, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, he's
no.
So
but they get the res on. They get the res on top here from the Chrono. They're easily going to get this now with the feedback as well.
Wow,
Excellent
they
job.
These kills.
Yeah. This is where they're failing at the moment.
3 kills.
Yeah, but still, they do have the sides. At least the blue team, if they just pull out, they'll give them mid. That's fine. They do have a kill onto the thief as well, so they still can outnumber. Blue team just need to make sure they don't overreach here with this mid cap. They've got the double. They don't need to worry about it.
They can't
All
lose
runs
any
low.
players. Yeah,
they need to chill. They need to just relax. Give them the cap, and that's what they're doing. They're thinking about it sensibly. Unfortunately, it's too late because the Mesmer has now got the decap over on the mansion, and they should have pulled out pretty much straight away. As soon as that fight wasn't going their way, they should have just pulled out. Let them have it. But it does mean that while their focus is on mansion, really good from Salt and Valen, popping over towards mid. And here comes Force as well over on this side. He's got the portal. Port from red though. Red team port back to mid. And there's a portal from blue and red in different directions between mansion and mid. And there's ridiculous rotations at the moment. It was just really about who got the first portal out. Here comes Force. Great damage. Great Sword 5. Not going to miss him. Zaki gets away. Really nice distortion as he actually blocks that out as well. And both teams really trying to come up with these portal plays. And portal, I mean, we barely saw portal first game, right?
Yeah, no, definitely not as many. And again, there's 2 portals on the side of red team, 1 on the side of blue team. So, like I mentioned though, I feel like a lot of the portals that blue team are going to be using are just from Beyond here, like for himself. You're not going to see a ton of big portal rotations, although, you know, as you said, we did just sort of see one there. Because normally I feel like the Thieves are going to be kind of roaming around on their own. Saltus going to be taken out on mid, though. Does mean the decap comes through at the moment, so all the nodes are neutralized, and it looks like Side's probably coming in for blue. Beyond going to be able to pick up Mansion, Windmill going to be picked up by Smucker. So again, we see mid goes to red, and both sides go to blue. They're maintaining this lead at the moment.
It's a good strat, because mid is so easy to get to. They can poke up mid so easily, and then they can just dip out, and that's what they've started to do a little bit better now as well. Red team are finding it difficult to push away. As you saw, they went to Mansion. Blue team just as quickly as they possibly could, they started assaulting mid, and Deadeye on mid is just horrid. They haven't really got anyone that can pull that thief down. I mean, I'd love to see a no, Reaper would be bad versus Free Thieves, actually, but something to put. I just keep thinking about Grasp and just how they could pull someone down, but still, it's a thief. Valen's obviously not going to fall for that. You can see that coming a mile off. But they've got to think about how they can really pin down these two caps without having that pressure at mid so hard, and they need to be utilizing that portal as often as they possibly can. Unfortunately, Red Team Mesmer will go down here, as well as the thief over towards the Mansion, and actually, I think we might see possible mid cap from Blue. Look at that. See, that's just an example. There's so many port spots around mid for the blue team.
Yeah,
if they can't sustain.
Especially for Valen. I mean, he can pretty much just range. He's 1500 range on this rifle, and I mean, or 1200 range. Sorry, and he can pretty much sit wherever he likes and just recast. The Chrono going to be going down. Floody coming in with a nice thumper turn. He's going to be able to hold this node, and Windmill actually gets decapped as well. So Red team going to be coming back in. They're just about 30 points behind. But we do see Valen moving over to Smuckers to try and +1 against his Thief, as well as the Mirage of Red team. So it'll be 2 versus 2 at the moment. Blue team most likely going to be able to pick a mid, yeah.
What I really like from False Oasis as well is just the fact that he is not letting up on these deaths. Like, as soon as someone drops quite low, he's on them straight away.
Yeah. Straight
away. I mean, you see in False in most, you know, the amount of kills he's picked up, and we've got 3 Thieves on this team. It's just ridiculous. Doing a fantastic job. Here we go with the Rampage as well. You can hear it in the background. Trying to push them away from the node, but Valen should be okay with Smuckers here. Nice shield 5 coming out from the Chronomancer. Will halt their push. They try to move towards mid. So there's a nice bit of momentum defeating from the Chronomancer, but still not much he can do. He used a lot of his cooldowns to actually make sure they got away there. Just didn't have enough in his back pocket, unfortunately. Valen is just
the 3 Thieves just advancing onto mid node as Beyond moves over to Mansion. It's almost a scary thing to see. Just 3 Thieves sort of collapsing onto mid.
I mean, but at least he's versus the Warrior, you know. I mean, he's got the great sword as well. He can just come out with that. He's done absolutely brilliantly. He came back.
Oh wow! And he actually takes Saltus out. Yeah. He just took too long
great
in the
sword,
F1,
man.
but really good rally there from the Chrono, I believe that was.
Yeah.
And now the Spellbreaker needs to be a little bit careful. He's okay as a half elf, and the node going to be decapped too. So blue team need to make sure they don't lose too much of this map. Probably a plus on Beyond at Mansion would probably be pretty nice. I'm not really sure why they're staying around mid so long. I think they're just trying to pick up a kill here, but they really should be going for the node instead, I think. They're not going to be able to contest mid for that long.
I mean, the one thing as well that probably should be happening on this map is that the Red Team Thief probably should be in Valen like most of the game. Like, just get on him all the time because of that range advantage he's got. The thing is, he's got so many people to be on at the moment. He's got 3 versus 3 feeds. I feel for this guy, but he's actually done a fantastic job at the moment as well. Red Team are coming back. They've got the double cap. They've got that mid. They've got Mansion. They're just pushing far, and they're pushing it with the Chronomancer as well. Really, really good, actually. He's not got Portal. He does have Blink, and he gets away. Chaos Storm will come up, and he's got phase retreat. He's going to be absolutely fine for now. And they can dip back to the double cap. Maybe even send a Thief to just 1v1 Warrior. Very quickly push someone back. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not the best ideas. We've got versus 3 Thieves, and he is low over towards mid. Resetting himself before he gets back into the action there. No one can put up on him at the moment either. But they're doing good. I mean, we're only 40 points behind right now. Force trying to come out of the burst. He comes.
Oh, really good +1 from Owen. Going to be able to take Zaki out. Violent as well, just ranging away. The Thief coming in.
No, Force is low.
So low. But I don't think. Oh yeah, the Chrono coming in as well. He's going to pressure him even more. He does have a jaunt to be able to get back towards node, as well as some peel maybe from Olrun and Valen. Saltus coming here, and he's actually going to be flanked by 2 Thieves pushing back towards mid. So the neutralization comes out on the Mansion, but it's not going to be very long. Again, they just don't have anything to go against this Hollowsmith Chrono that can really contest his node very well.
Red Team Thief, again, when they lose a member, This is very reminiscent of Magic Toka, like how he and Sin actually from the red team Thief, just how they take advantage of, well, even though they had a little bit of an issue there, losing their player over towards Mansion, they take the advantage to go for the decaps to bring them back into the game even further. Really nice job. Whoever this red team Thief is, he is doing a really good job at the moment. So a lot of credit to him.
Absolutely. It's just such a weird team to play against with 3 thieves. I mean, what do you do as a thief? Because, I mean, you're gonna almost certainly gonna be +1 anytime you 1v1. It's gonna be really difficult to try and survive. But he's doing a really nice job of moving around and getting some decaps even against 3 thieves. So,
I mean, he's definitely got options, right? I mean, he's got different. The problem is. I mean, I think he's doing the best with the situation. He's playing a really good game. I think
and red team have just about caught up points-wise after a pretty big deficit here. They're just about neck and neck.
They're a kill. They're a kill up behind. But Valen, look, he's just sitting on
Unfortunately, it looks like that kill is not going to be in favor of red team as Floody just coming off respawn. Zaki going to be more in respawn for 10 seconds, and NAEU goes downstate right outside the blue team spawn, so they should be able to pick up the map pretty easily.
Well,
although it's going to be
that's
difficult for them to
actually
decap
a
mid.
really good push from the Chrono to go to far versus the burst. Versus the Mesmer as well. Gives time for red team to respawn. That rotation from the Mesmer is fantastic. Really good. They can sustain mid, and you've got the Holosmith and the Warrior. It just what blue team should have done was just plus up over on the Mansion, and red team still get the double cap as well because False had to disengage, although it looks like they could be going towards mid, but Valen gets caught.
Bloody while he's in stealth, they don't realize it.
Was that a sword 2? Was that a sword 2? I think that was a sword 2 from the Holosmith. Just a leap, I think, took him out. I'm not too sure. Or was
well, he's got rifle. He's not on sword, but unless you mean the Hollow Forge.
Holosmith, yeah, Hollow Forge 2, yeah. Oh my god, I think it was. I think it was just a random splash damage.
He was just moving over, and Valen happened to be there. Bad timing, wrong time, wrong place for him. And it looks like Mansion might be picked up. Red team pushing blue team off. There's not really anyone in position to contest it, I don't think. Olrun does go on, but he's going to have to be careful. He won't be able to stay here for too long,
look at False.
even with his dodges. Yeah, the Chrono porting back in as well. And this node is definitely going to be going in red team's favor. False Oasis come in, but there's so much damage on this node. They've got to be careful. Olrun and
look at that rock from the Warrior!
Comes in and rushes him down. The Prime Light Beam coming in too. And that's going to be a kill picked up for red team.
Oh my god, Bucky with the clutch rock. Oh my god, that was so nice. That was so funny as well. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but that was just hilarious. Just Bucky out of nowhere, just throwing this massive rock towards False.
And for the first time this game, red team are going to be moving ahead of blue. Just barely, but almost 100 points away from winning, and they're going to be ahead. Very close game though so far.
I'm loving this. This is great. This is just brilliant.
Who knew that 3 thieves would be such a?
I think the most exciting games we see in tournaments nowadays in UGO. Yeah, just the earlier mid stuff, and then we get towards the end where everything's on the line because you haven't got that lower bracket comeback, and then it starts gets quite tanky and quite and we'll see today whether or not Chronomancer's come out. We'll see whether or not that does occur. We'll see if they've got some other builds coming out as well. So a couple of changes coming out from the balance patch. Double cap still in the hands of the red team. It's still a long game. We've only got 2.5 minutes left. It's still been a long game, but a lot of kills, a lot of rotation around the map. Very, very good damage from both teams. Sustain comes out for the red. Olrun so low, gets the dodge away. Oh my god, uses that stuff so well. He's evaded everything right now, but he's not got enough evades. Bucky is solidifying those kills, and now they're rolling across the map. False down as well. Olrun taken out. Salt has to go towards... I think he needs to go towards Mansion right now. 2v1 this Mesmer, but the red team FIFA is now going over there as well. He's going to jump on the back of Valen, and Valen is sitting on the chair at the moment, just kind of ranging off node. I mean...
I think it worked. This comp worked out pretty well for them when there were technically 5 points around the map that they had to rotate to on Temple, but on maps where red team can kind of the BM can kind of they can bunker down a little bit more, and it's really difficult for blue team to decap a node against the Holosmith, against the Chrono, against the Warrior. It's a lot more difficult for them to win. They had a really good lead in the beginning, but unfortunately, red team did a nice job coming back. And that's going to be it. 2-1 Low Caliber are going to be taking this series.
Really fun series to watch and just to witness. And we are going to see, yep, Low Caliber indeed. Switching that game round, man. That lead they took back, absolutely stonking stuff. We're going to be back shortly, guys. Do not forget that basically we need your help to make sure we get all the maximum monies we can to these players today. It's going to be a free donation code in the chat. Look at